Next up, we have Scott Nevins.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for having me here. My name is Scott Nevins. I am a Palm Springs resident, and I am hopefully the future commissioner to join this commission. I wanted to speak with you today about a letter that I emailed all of you this morning with a sober warning about what is being proposed today. I do want to preface this by saying I appreciate that we are looking into a greater development of the Human Rights Commission. What I'm afraid of is that we are also looking at the castration of the Human Rights Commission and the total obliteration of the Human Rights Commission. So what I mean by that is, what was presented was that we should be doing sort of social work. Great concept, right? There are many people in this city that could use connections to resources, and we could be that thread. Unfortunately, the idea is to basically replace the HRC with that idea, and I think that is where we are making a mistake. What that could be is an addition to the Human Rights Commission. We could strengthen this commission in a time that we are now 1 week from the election of Donald Trump. We know what is coming down the pike. We know that there are people in our community who are terrified of what is going to happen to their human rights. This is where we have such an opportunity to meet the moment in this city. This is not the opportunity to say, let's just stop. Now, I will say, sometimes there's an idea that things are outdated or that there's other groups to take care of the issue. That is no longer going to be true. And I don't want to be alarmist or try to scare people. What I'm saying is, it is going to be left to the local level to really help people with civil rights issues and human rights issues. And we have communities with women, people of color, children, elderly, retirees, obviously LGBTQ plus citizens. And I think it's important that we get ahead of this. And my other big point, as somebody, you may not know this, I've worked in television for over 25 years as an on-air correspondent for places like CNN, CNN International, HLN, and other local news channels. And I will tell you that this story, if we were to get rid of the Human Rights Commission 1 week after Trump's election, would be catnip for media across the country and around the globe. As a city that proclaims to be a leader in inclusivity, if we were to do that, it would be a disaster. And I happen to think Amy Blaisdell does a fabulous job, and I really don't want to place that on her lap and give her more work to do, to have to battle a huge scandal, another scandal for the city that could end up being a mess. I think that we are here with the best intentions. This proposal is the best intention. My suggestion is take this proposal, put it in as part of the Human Rights Commission. This is the time to strengthen this commission, not weaken it. We have to take a stand and say, this is Palm Springs, we protect our residents, we are now here, and by adding this addition, we've now grown. We could do things like studying Project 2025 so that we can see if we have any laws on our books that actually are discriminatory, that we could probably get those off before. We could get in front of the issue instead of trying to catch up later. So I beg you to not put forth this proposal. Instead, include it as a part of expanding our great Human Rights Commission. And thank you for the work that you do. I know many people don't tell you, but they appreciate it.
Thank you, Scott.